Good evening to our special guests, family, friends, and most importantly, to our 2021 graduates. I have goosebumps in anticipation for this evening. On behalf of SACAP, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to SACAP's Gauteng 2021 Conferral Ceremony, an important highlight in our academic calendar. An evening of joy and celebration, which affords us the opportunity to recognize, honor, and celebrate the academic success and achievements of all our new graduates. My name is Lauren Martin, the Head of Faculty for Applied Psychology, and I have the privilege of being your MC tonight. My role here tonight is to be your host as we walk through the conferral ceremony together, ensuring that tonight and the conferral is etched in both yours and your loved ones' memories. We at SACAP are so proud of each and every one of you. Before we get started with the official program tonight, I'd like to do some housekeeping. You will see that you're not able to turn on your mics or cameras, and you won't be able to for the remainder of the ceremony. However, the chat box function is live. And I can see that I don't need to remind you of this because we already have received a couple of wonderful messages in the chat box. However, if I could ask all of you to please select panelists and attendees when you reply in the chat box or when you post in the chat box. This gives us an opportunity for us to all see the comments that you're posting. It's also a way of us all connecting in a virtual space. I want to encourage each and every one of you to please comment in the chat box as we celebrate each other's accomplishments together. If you have any questions this evening, please don't post them in the chat box because we may not be able to attend to these. Could I ask you to please rather email graduation@sacap.edu.za. This email address will be posted in the chat box shortly, in case you do have questions. Please also note that tonight's conferral of qualifications contains only your first name and surname, but your full name, as shown in your ID or passport, will be on your certificates and transcripts. Your certificates and transcripts will be available for collection after the 12th of May 2021 from your relevant campus, and your campus administration team will be in contact with you regarding the COVID protocols and collection details. This conferral ceremony is being recorded and will be made available to you to watch again and to share with your family and loved ones. It will also be made available on our various social media platforms. We will now commence with our official program. A conferral ceremony signifies academic achievement alongside personal and professional transformation in a lifelong journey of discovery. With this in mind, I could think of no one more suited to constitute our 2021 SACAP Gauteng conferral ceremony other than SACAP's highly esteemed and loved academic dean, Dr. Jacqueline Lotter. Dr. Lotter has a love for SACAP, for our students, and for the part we play in making a difference in the world. Dr. Lotter, it is such an honor to ask you to address our graduates on this momentous occasion.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for that very warm welcome. It certainly is wonderful to be here this evening on our second conferral ceremony of what is certainly one of my favorite weeks of the year. Once again, a very good evening to our invited guests, members of our respected boards, faculty, staff, and most importantly, another warm welcome to our 2021 SACAP graduates and their families. As a graduating cohort, you certainly are unique. You're the first cohort of SACAP graduates to have completed your final year of studies almost fully online under lockdown circumstances. You're also the first group of graduates to enter a world of work that looks remarkably different from the one which you entered when you started your qualification with SACAP. And for many of you here this evening, you may be the first generation of graduates in your family. Despite the numerous challenges which you have faced, not just during the course of the last year, but throughout your studies, you have overcome these challenges and you are here this evening having adapted to the circumstances and succeeded in the face of immense difficulty. Your agility, determination, and resilience are admirable. And they are key qualities that are going to set you up for success in the face of a changed and changing world. While tonight is certainly a celebration, it would be remiss of me not to mention those who have been personally affected by the COVID-19 pandemic and to remember the lives that have been lost in our own SACAP community. I ask that together we take a moment to just pause and reflect and share some silence together as we remember those that we have lost. Thank you for allowing for that silence. Graduation is a significant milestone which marks one of the most memorable experiences in the life of any student. Although the pandemic has forced us to reconsider the manner in which this evening's celebration takes place, it does not detract from the overall importance of the event. I also personally look forward to a time in the future when we may be able to come together to celebrate your achievements at a physical graduation ceremony. That being said, your graduation this evening represents the end of one journey and the beginning of another, an occasion filled with joyous celebration as we, the SACAP community, recognize and honor our new graduates and celebrate your academic success and achievements. On behalf of the entire SACAP community, it gives me immense pleasure to offer you our warmest and proud congratulations to each and every single one of you for your wonderful achievements. During your time at SACAP, you've been supported by the love and sacrifice of parents, of guardians, of friends, and of partners. And so tonight it is important that we acknowledge and thank them for the role which they have played in supporting you to achieve your dreams and that you can be here this evening. I would also like to personally thank the numerous other role players whose commitment to SACAP during a particularly difficult year means that we are able to celebrate here together this evening. To the educators, supervisors, academic and support staff, my sincerest thanks. I acknowledge with much appreciation the important role played by all of you in creating a rich and warm environment for our students to develop, grow, and succeed in their academic endeavors. Today is also a milestone for us as an institution, as we celebrate 24 years of innovative education whilst making a positive social impact in society. Over the course of this week, we will be honouring a total of 634 graduates across 3 conferral ceremonies, the largest in the history of SACAP. This number consists of 423 undergraduate students and 211 postgraduate students, with 82% of our graduates being women and 42 of our graduates being international students. Furthermore, this year sees SACAP's first ever master's graduate, Devon Houle, graduating from the Masters of Social Science in Community Mental Health Promotion at our Western Cape ceremony. This is certainly a proud moment in our history as well as Devon's. SACAP graduates of 2021, each one of you has the opportunity to go out and make a difference in the world, armed with new knowledge, insights, and skills to contribute towards bettering the lives of others in a multitude of ways. Understand that during the course of your qualification, you have developed a set of skills and qualities that are going to be essential to thriving in our new world. With rapid changes occurring in our lives and society more broadly, SACAP is more committed than ever to providing education in the areas where our country's needs are the greatest. Your education has been purposefully person-centered and praxis-orientated, with a key focus on empowering you to activate resources and effect positive social change. Transformation and making a positive and sustainable social impact in our communities and in our country is at the heart of what we do. It has been our honor to see you develop not just as students, but as people in your journey with SACAP. Remember that SACAP will always remain your academic home and family. As a graduate of SACAP, you join a special community of our alumni, exceptional individuals who are making great contributions in many and diverse fields. We expect that you too will take up the challenge to contribute positively to society. We welcome you to this very special and ever-growing community. In closing, dear graduates, our heartfelt congratulations to you, the class of 2021. Whatever the future holds for you, be sure to always ground yourself in the values of honesty, empathy, respect, integrity, compassion, and social justice. It is now my honor as the academic dean let me do that again to make sure it's official this time. It is now my honor as academic dean to declare this conferral ceremony of the South African College of Applied Psychology duly constituted. Thank you so much, Lauren. Looking forward to hearing from our keynote speaker up next.
Thank you, Dr. Lotta. I must say, I'm also really looking forward to our keynote speaker who is up next. But before we move on to that, I also want to thank you for constituting the 2021 Gauteng Conferral Ceremony. Before I move on and introduce our keynote speaker, I just want to take a moment to say that the chat box is overflowing with comments, with love, with celebration. It's a wonderful way for us to all connect. Please do keep commenting. So in agreement with Dr. Lotta, tonight is the beginning of a journey, one that has limitless possibilities. And it's something that I'm so reminded of by our keynote speaker for this evening, Rapalang Rabana. Rapalang obtained a degree in business science, computer science honors, and an MSc from the University of Cape Town, giving her both a technical and business background. This foundation led her to believe that there had to be better, simpler, more effective ways of doing things. And she concluded there is through technology. Rapalang has been featured on the cover of Forbes Africa magazine before the age of 30, selected as a Fast Company Maverick, named Entrepreneur for the World by the World Entrepreneurship Forum, and selected as a young global leader by the World Economic Forum. Rapalang is an internationally lauded technology entrepreneur. From her first startup to Chief Digital Officer at South Africa's largest IT company, Rapalang is now also the founder of Rekindle Learning, which enables people to adapt to the changing world of work and is making a difference to a number of South Africans, something we know our own graduates strive to do. Rapalang's story serves as a massive reminder of the endless possibilities available to us as South Africans and as graduates. It is now my absolute pleasure to share with you all her words for our 2021 graduates as you prepare to navigate the next steps in your life and your careers.
Just over 15 years ago, I graduated from the University of Cape Town with my business science, computer science honors degree, much like you at the end of your university career today. A few years later, along my journey, I found myself on the cover of Forbes Africa alongside Wendy Ackerman of Pick n Pay. I assure you, I could have never anticipated the turns my journey would take, the platforms I've shared with the likes of Malcolm Gladwell and the founder of the World Economic Forum, Klaus Schwab. And when I think back now and try to unpack the purpose of my story, the relevance of my journey, I've been able to draw a few insights that I am able to share with you today. The first insight was how so much of my journey was determined by my personal growth. I think along our growth path as children and as adults, we don't realize that we adopt certain beliefs, certain ways of living, certain ways of doing work. And we need to realize at some point in our career that there's actually multiple strategies that one can adopt in their life to be able to perform better. And tools like the Enneagram have been fantastic for me in highlighting what those other strategies to deal with different challenges in life are. My greater awareness of how I behave and how the world works around me was actually quite key in helping me push myself to get to my first business. In addition to recognizing that I personally, Rapalang, was not willing to go and work in corporate, I was also able to raise my level of awareness to challenge what was perceived as the status quo, as the way the world works. And as students coming out of UCT, we started building mobile voice over IP applications. So internet calls on mobile phones, way back when, before Android and iPhone. And we were able to do this because we could suspend the assumption or the belief that you had to have prepaid credit to make a phone call. And since we never had much ourselves, we were determined to find another way to communicate. That determination to challenge what others perceived as fixed or unchangeable was key to the beginning of our journey. Along the way of building a business, the challenge of learning how to network was crucial for me. As an introvert, it was nowhere near natural. And I realized that I couldn't keep going to events trying to collect business cards. But I was able to learn how to connect with just one or two people and have a meaningful engagement. And to do that, you don't have to ask them to do anything. It's actually more about offering to help, to contribute to whatever priorities are going on in their life. The relationship quotient of our being is going to become so much more important now that you've got the technical tools. Your ability to connect with people and build goodwill, to open up opportunities in future, is quintessential to your social capital, to your ability to draw in customers, partners, suppliers in the future. So don't underestimate the value of relationships now that you have the right foundation. The disruptions that have been brought about by the fourth industrial revolution has raised many questions for professionals today on the relevance of their jobs and security of their future. What I always like to emphasize is that it's not so much about being an expert lawyer or an expert psychologist or an expert doctor anymore. That kind of world where we siloed careers is probably not going to be able to sustain itself. And it is the people that can take off that hat and wear the hat that allows them to ask the holistic questions. What is the customer's problem? What is the constraint they are facing in trying to fix that problem? And what are the capabilities that are available to us today through digital technologies that help us to break those constraints and solve their problems better? To future-proof your career, put that hat on and focus on making sure that the customer's job gets done. One of the biggest obstacles that I think people create for themselves is their own mental blocks. The number of times that I've heard young people say, "I can't," really saddens me, because that "I can't" thing is a story that you make up to tell yourself, to give yourself an excuse to not try, to not do better, to not take full responsibility for making your life work. It's so critical today to be able to manage your mental health, your disposition and your positive mindset, because if you lose the battle in the "I can't" story, you almost lose the game of life. So if anything is more important than relationships and the tools that you have learned at university today, it is being able to correct your thinking and the words that you use, and stop using words like "I can't." There is always a lot of fear surrounding big changes and shifts like you're facing today. So one of my favorite quotes is, "Fear means go." And whenever I feel like I'm really challenged and overwhelmed by a new situation, I remind myself that my dreams, my ambitions are greater than my fears.
Wow, such powerful words and reminders from Rapalang. There are many takeaways from what she had shared with us, but I think I will share two important highlights for me. One was that Rapalang reminds us as graduates to have the determination to challenge what society sees as fixed or unchangeable, allowing ourselves to come up with creative solutions to everyday problems. Your SACAP qualifications have enabled deliberate focus on critical thinking, problem solving, and social responsiveness. You are equipped to challenge the status quo, and you are enabled to contribute to the world in meaningful ways. Have the courage to be the change the world needs. Rapalang also emphasized the need for us, or for you as graduates, to have holistic vision. Your ability to transfer your skills to many problems in varied fields and to society at large. Your training has provided you with a solid foundation for you to now go on and work broadly in the field, making a difference in many different areas. Believe in your skills and what you have to offer the world. We hope that the skills that you have gained and the knowledge you have gained gives you confidence to face the future unafraid. Next on the program is the moment you have all been waiting for. Graduates, it is your moment, commemorating and honoring your hard work and dedication to your studies. We have much to celebrate tonight. A small reminder to please continue to add celebratory comments in the comment box while we celebrate each other's accomplishments together. I can see we have a lot of proud family and loved ones and even educators in attendance tonight. SACAP prides itself on its distinct teaching and learning philosophy. The custodian of teaching and learning for the Johannesburg campus is Dr. Diana D'Souza. It is therefore only befitting that she be called to lead the certification process. Without further ado, we will now commence with the conferring of certificates.
Thank you, Lauren. The The following students will be graduating with a higher certificate in counseling and communication skills. Ahmed Arbi, Amogelang Molala, Apiwe Changela, Ashley De Jager, Atule Hempe, Ayanda Sibeko, Yanka Gobi with distinction, Bongani Dube, Brilliant Mochalaka, Carla Pinto, Shanique Skitter, Christy Swanepoel, Christy Schultz, Cindy Dube, Intle Motsepe, Farazana Sabet, Fayad Sali, Felicia Mochopudi, Heinrich Fenter, Itzeping Chwene, Johannes van Straten, Jonathan Brett with distinction, Agontle Sogang, Katlejo Nitlodibe, Katlejo Ramakwena, Cabo Lepadima, Caugelo Morwane, Potsofalo Lengolo, Chiara Bianca, Copano Motlapuaque, Corianne Andrew, Kyle Simmons, Langelichle Mpanza, Lee Ann King, Sejo Tsetslo, Libriel van Staden, Linda Kuchle Molala, Lusanda Diwili, Mabel Mazzonani, Malik Tual, Maposholi Mokotoko, Mabalentle Masuku, Mercy Morekure, Mpai Mchali, Motla Lepula Marachelo, Mopoleng Lamola, Muhammad Lahir, Musa Tanzi, Nadine van der Westhuizen, Naledi Nzimande, Nadipa Lunwayo, Nathan Middleton, Ndomiso Makawa, Nia Motsatsi, Numfundo Nchobeni, Non Pumalelo Mbamba, Neteboheng Makwanazi, Abalo Ntite, Patience Ntembu, Paul Kutsia with distinction, Kenisha Bailey, Ramotsobane Nakeni, Samantha Makosa, Shamiso Ndlovo, Shanice Mutuang, Shanice Musa with distinction, Shriya Chatram, Sizipiwe Shahula, Tafatsa Chasano, Tahid Ahmed, Teboho Hala, Pandiwe Moncho, Pando Luchle Ndlovu, Tembeka Malochwa, Tepiso Kutswane, Elofelo Moloi, Tumelo Lamola, Utman Hassin Mayet, Wafika Patel, Chandria De Lorenzo, Zonke Jordan. Congratulations to our Higher Certificate in Counseling and Communication Skills graduates. The following students will be graduating with a Diploma in Counseling and Communication. Adore Tebe, Riel Tebela, Caitlin Nadas, Cassandra Bank, Catherine Mechigen, Shwene Glako, Ineo Tema, Jabulile Tladi, Joshua Rubridge, Jubilee Mukau, Katlejo Rampau, Kiemo Getswe Sohuno, Kelebohile Ramachoa, Kimran Hiramani, Wena Kuapa, Lebahang Sekese, Luizar Pizzi, Mabolatse Dihomo, Maria Sechota, Megan Van Roy, Oacheng Rarumola, Ofense Kati, Umzile Mohape, Refiwe Rangata, Prudentia Daniels, Simpiwe Machlangu, Solomon Malangeni, Sipisichle Sibeko, Sumaya Lawrence, Tanaka Chakanyuka, Tawanga Nakambule, Tato Mashele, Teko Doze, Ulanda Sibanyoni, Bulma Marindal, Congratulations to our Diploma in Counseling and Communication. The following students will be graduating with a Bachelor of Applied Social Science, majoring in Counseling and Psychology. Alice Madupe, Alicia van Rensburg, Amrisha Ramnuduhan, Anita Bila, Andri Wenzel, Asivile Magoto, Batsheva Mofson, Boitumelo Lokoa, Bontle Bongwe, Rion Samuels, Cameron Vanneberg, Candace Mudley, Cecilia Fismer, Chanel Kamashu, cum laude, Hailey Stoltrefort, cum laude, Chloe Emmanuel, Claire Sutherland, Confidence Rama Ramela, Dubi Singh Makhlakhane, Ellen Kambarami, Philippa Vickers, Kamalichle Ntuli, Gaylord Shuping, Khonse Maubane, Ugu Siwela, Hannah Auerbach, Laiseka Matabula, Jamie Retief, Jamie Crickmore Thompson, Jamie Lee Mulligan, Johan de Wet, Johan Kwimbrink, Joy Twala, Kiabetswe Maluka, Kiabetse Memelise, Kiarabilwe Njoro, Keshaf Duman, Kafedi Ngwatle, Kotatso Matebane, Kotatso Sidibe, Kanyisa Ntota, Kanyisile Mbuli, Himera Pillay, Kristen Preston, Kwena Kuapa, Kiara Ramia, Kaitan Mudli, Lebohang Mukwena, Lebohang Hala, Leon Chu, Lerato Sigasa, Lindelwa Mbata, Lindy De Vos, Lindiwe Skosana, Leora Altschula, Lawrence Smith, Lungile Shishulomule, Lusanda Mahlangu, Luyanda Vilakazi, Lydia Chale, Magdalene Kumalo, Makungu Murhombo, Mamo Lontwana Nkati, Mamotuncha Ramutla, Marche van de Venter, Maria Mako, Masingita Sambo, Mtabo Motoboli, Mbali Mputi, Melinda Nzama, Mhloti Godfrey, Mikal Schill, Michelle Mtimkulu, Mr. Fikadu, Mabatu Moncho, Molly Watt, Mkhwadi Makhlayela, Nailha Mohammed, Natasha Lee Jones, Nzaka Nkuna, Neo Nkanekane, Neo Nshabele, Nachlalala Simbana, Nicole Stewart, Nina Marchetti, Nolutando Dlamini, Non Pumulelo Malimela, Mvuyo Manomza, Nosipo Matibela, Ntabaleng Chlapo, Ntswaki Kosa, Ofense Hanyana, Ofense Kakana, Omfemetse Kuno, Ona Larona Mashinini, Anika Silachlelo, Anyichechuku Tese, Pauline Engelbrecht, Poncho Potolo, Priscilla Baloi, Huleng Radita Pole, Rayak Sadak, Raimi Mount, Ravi Bika, Raylene Couton, Ria Betswe Erasmus, Rich Darker, Rochelle Kleinhans, Rory Sang Ndomo, Ryan Mowat, Tamira Chudri, Selo Nguni, Shaylin Ernest Cum Laude, Cindy Kosa, Tamika Maharaj, Inswalo Mashele, Tebo Motsioloa, Tejofatso Motsioloa, Tolofelo Skosana, Tyler Reynolds, Unati Mia, Baloshni Naidu, Veronica Kakana, Victoria Saylor, William Wenzel, Wynand Stein, Yael GN, Yolandi Smith, Zachariah Radaday, Zane Schroeder, Zanika Mehta. Congratulations to our Bachelor of Applied Social Science, majoring in Counseling and Psychology graduates. The following students will be graduating with the Bachelor of Social Science Honours, Psychology. Alida van Kerkhoven, cum laude. Angela Cavaliratos. Anitha Vagias, cum laude. Aranakina Mole. Armand Els. Ashley Frangulis. Benjamin McNally. Boipelo Tire, cum laude. Brittany Lindsay. Bronwyn Libba. Byron Purcello, cum laude. Kyra Gonzalez. Carla Kuhn, cum laude. Charnay de Jager. Chelsea Quinton. Sharonay Nell. Christy Rapper. Courtney Price Moore. Dachnel Godfrey. Danielle Harbour. Danielle Perot. Deandra Rodriguez. Dimokatso Mokume. Ivashan Naidu. Dominic Pretorius. Kaupalelwe Mokine. Genevieve Lobben. Giuliano Martiradona. Fonse Tsanalana. Holly Heineke. Josephine Moyo. Gamagelo Setlogelo. Karina Buerta. Kayla Duplessis. Kelsey Snashal. Achaliso Maneze. Kolojano Mafoko. Kanyisa Kanyi. Kieran Moodley, cum laude. Cornell Korb. Kyle Jelly. Leia Tluchlualele. Luazi Kumalo, cum laude. Marcel Guggenbichler. Megan Langton. Megan Short, cum laude. Michelle Nodier. Marie Teron. Natalie van Straten, cum laude. Natasha Harris. Nubantu Seleka. Nolutando Muaze. Nsizwa Machagula. Ofense Harasetse. Ondela Pasia. Radishaba Leboho. Rashida Elamdeen. Rivani Kupan. Rizan Kara. Ronell McIntosh. Marcella Ceresi. Ross Keenan, Sarah Puto, Sarah Farrant, Savannah Kelly Hotong, Tenso Vilakazi, Savania Tandri, Tibongile Chabalala, Sinead Dunningham, Pesichle Ndlovu, Stefan Fouché, Tamsin Yorkins, Taylor Graham, Tegan Ferreira, Tabile Mbuli, Thomas Watt Pringle, Senolo Setona, Victoria Ranachan, Wilmarie van der Walt, Zander Kutsia, cum laude, Zanel Labaskachni. Congratulations to our Bachelor of Social Science Honours Psychology graduates. The following students will be graduating with a Bachelor of Psychology. Attica Mutala, Danelle Jacobs, Lindy Good, Lisa Creel, cum laude, Natasha Tsatsi, cum laude, Reika Kankuka Ramu Rao, Shazia Bulbulia, Tasan Dasapa, Vashanth Naidu. Congratulations to our Bachelor of Psychology graduates. The following students will be graduating with a Bachelor of Social Science Honours Psychology B-Psych equivalent program. Ashley McMullen, Charles Clark, Dylan Vasahi, Georgina Dix, Khalamalani Vukeya, Jonathan Norton, Kayla Harmsa, Kamintha Naika, Mandy Lee van Asvegen, Mariska Björkus, Rolene Milne, Shamiso Gusha, Tamsin Decker, Congratulations to our Bachelor of Social Science Honours Psychology B-Psych equivalent program graduates. The following students will be graduating with a postgraduate diploma in coaching. Abbas Al-Hassan, Amina Mohammed, Andrew Newell, Ingrid van ter Hof, Nobusutu Lepamo, Ruth Colvson, Sakina Limbada, Veronica Kitzman Cronier, Congratulations to our postgraduate diploma in coaching graduates. I will now hand over to our esteemed Academic Dean, Dr. Lotta.
What a wonderful group of incredible graduates. Thank you so much to Diana for conferring all of those many qualifications upon our students this evening. What a momentous occasion for all of you and your families here tonight. And so by the authority vested in me, I now admit the candidates who are presented to me in the graduation booklet to degrees, diplomas, and certificates of the South African College of Applied Psychology. Congratulations. It is now my further pleasure to announce the recipients of the Dean's Award for outstanding achievement in their respective qualifications. The Dean's Merit Award is awarded to the graduating student who achieves the highest overall grade out of the top 10% of graduating students. This award is for overall outstanding academic achievement, and this year on the Johannesburg and Pretoria campuses are awarded to the following students. Paul Kutsia for the Higher Certificate in Counseling and Communication Skills. Jonathan Brett for the Higher Certificate in Counseling and Communication Skills. Shaylin Ernest for the Bachelor of Applied Social Science, majoring in Counseling and Psychology. Anita Varghese for the Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Psychology. And Carla Kuhn for the Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Psychology. My sincerest congratulations to the recipients of the Dean's Award. You should be as proud of yourselves as I am of you here this evening. I acknowledge your commitment and your dedication to your studies and wish you all the very best for your future endeavours. I will personally watch to see the role that you will play in having a positive impact on society going forward. Thank you so much, Lauren. I'll hand back to you now to introduce our student guest speaker.
Wow, Dr. Lotta, I share in your pride tonight. Congratulations to each and every graduate tonight. Thanks, Dr. Lotta. Thank you to all of you in attendance tonight for all your patience and for allowing each graduate the honor they deserve. Also, a special congratulations to families and loved ones for the role you have played in making this a possibility for your graduate tonight. This evening belongs as much to the graduates as it does to those who have made this possible for them. I see we even have grandparents all the way from Scotland joining us tonight. One of the many benefits of being online, allowing family and loved ones from all over the world being part of this momentous occasion with us. I would now like to welcome and introduce our Johannesburg SACAP graduate who will be speaking with us tonight, Shaylin Ernest. And I can see there's been a lot of love for Shaylin in the comments already. Shaylin will be sharing some words of encouragement with us. Prior to the start of the official program tonight, there were already comments in the comment box. Looking forward to Shaylin's speech tonight. So Shaylin, you have a lot of support and you are certainly representing the student body tonight. So a very warm welcome to you, Shaylin. Shaylin is graduating cum laude from the Bachelor of Applied Social Science, majoring in Counseling and Psychology, and was a Dean's Merit Award recipient tonight as well. Shaylin is also still studying with us currently, completing the Bachelor of Social Science Honours in Psychology, B-Psych Equivalence Program on the Johannesburg campus. Shaylin has also been part of SACAP student leadership teams since the first year with us. She is currently the 2021 Student Representative Council Vice Chair, a SACAP peer-assisted learning mentor, and an integral part of the main task team of a year-long community outreach program, September Hope House project run by Johannesburg SACAP. Shaylin, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. The stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Lauren, for that warm welcome. To begin, I'd like to acknowledge the SACAP staff, the honored class of 2021, and the distinguished guest we have joining us tonight. I feel incredibly honored to have a platform to connect with you all during this momentous occasion. To the graduating class of 2021, despite all the sleepless nights, the crippling assignment stress, and occasionally crying ourselves to sleep at night, we made it. I'd like to take a moment to reflect on how far we've come. Studying psychology is no easy feat, and yet, despite the trials and tribulations of any journey worth following, we've persevered, we've grown, and we've set the foundations for our future goals and explorations. Malcolm Forbes once said, "The purpose of education is to replace an empty mind with an open one." And I think this speaks into many of our transformative journeys with SACAP. My experience studying is one which tested the boundaries of conformative thinking. It enticed me to reflect on the richness of the human experience and fostered meaningful growth in my personal development and relationships I would have otherwise not obtained. My SACAP journey began in 2018 when a green-spirited younger self thought it would be a good idea to expand her horizons and challenge herself, a challenge which in retrospect has yielded exponential opportunities for growth and many newfound perspectives. However, I still find myself looking back and reflecting on my early days. I remember feeling as though I had no idea what I was doing. And truth be told, I felt completely inexperienced and a little out of my depth. I think this might be similar to how many of us are feeling right now. It's in the uncertainty of knowing what's next. However, looking back, it was through the incredible lecturers I've had the privilege of learning from, the relentless support from SACAP staff, thank you Student Services, and to you, my fellow peers, that I was able to adjust and find my grounding in what has been an incredible journey. I think this is something we all might be able to relate to, navigating new boundaries outside of our comfort zones and doing so with the support and guidance of those around us. It is this mentality I hope we carry with us into our respective journeys ahead. It's in the realization that limited growth can occur from within our comfort zones. So sometimes our greatest strength is familiarizing ourselves with the notion of the unfamiliar. It's in the way we carry an element of support and Ubuntu as we navigate the world moving forward. And it's in the way we open ourselves up to learning through continuous reflection and discernment. I think the importance of what I've mentioned had revealed itself last year when we all found ourselves navigating the unfamiliar territory of the COVID-19 pandemic. For many of us, 2020 was both a friend and a foe. For some, it was a much needed break from the busyness of life. And for others, 2020 meant a loss of time, a loss of resources, and a loss of loved ones. The impact of 2020 was not only felt in our personal lives, but expanded into the academic sphere as well. This is most notably through the adjustment of migrating onto an online platform. However, there is much privilege in acknowledging that we had this platform to begin with the SACAP team working relentlessly behind the scenes amidst global crisis, we found new ways of connecting, new ways of being, and new ways of defining our learning experience as the SACAP student body. Despite some hurdles along the way, we managed to persevere, and it's a similar kind of tenacity and resilience I wish for us to carry into our journeys ahead. There's a few things I'd like for us to take away from our experience studying at SACAP as we embark on our new life's paths. 1, dreams don't work unless we do. 2, the expert in anything was once a beginner. It's okay to not always know what we're doing, and we're all still learning along the way. And 3, stand firm in your authenticity. Remember why you started this journey to begin with. And even if your path changes and develops along the way, the world needs more kindness. But don't forget to be kind to yourselves too. Who knows what the future holds for the class of 2021? Either way, it's been a pretty great journey so far. To end off with a quote by Susie Kassem, doubt kills more dreams than failure ever does. So to the class of 2021, breathe, take it all in, we've got this.
Shaylin, thank you so much for your inspiring words of encouragement.
Thank you so much, Lauren.
Enjoy the remainder of the ceremony with us. Just looking at the chat box, I'm truly moved by all the family, friends, and loved ones in attendance. I want to take a moment to just read out one or two comments that have come through on the chat box. We have had hundreds of comments. So I'm just going to pick one from a staff member, one from a student, and one from an educator. So we currently have Zarina Royapen, our SACAP Managing Director, in attendance tonight. I hear that she's in attendance with her husband. And Zarina has written in the chat box, to all our SACAP graduates, congratulations and well done indeed. A proud moment for you and your loved ones, and an equally proud moment for us at SACAP. Go forth and fly the SACAP flag high. From a student much earlier on, posted, I'm grateful to have met amazing people who I will call my BPsych family. Thank you to each and every single one of you. You impacted my life in so many ways. Thank you to SACAP for creating an environment where I could flourish and grow into someone that I never thought I would be able to. Thank you for believing in me. And lastly, just a message from an educator in attendance. To each and every one that I've had the privilege to teach, I am so proud of you. Many had to overcome so many difficulties, yet you pushed through and now you get the reward of your very hard work. Never stop learning. You are a champ. I salute you. Even in a virtual space, it's amazing how connected we can all feel. So in closing from me, graduates, each of you have so much to offer this world. Never for a moment doubt your capacity to make a positive change in our society, and never allow the fear of failure to drive you into the safety and passivity of inaction. Social impact and making a sustainable difference in the world is foundational in why and how we prepare graduates for the future. To the 2021 graduates, we hope that your hearts are filled with an ongoing passion and fire to continue to change the world we live in. Every small effort collectively makes a sustainable change in the lives around us. Thank you for your investment, your humanity, your desire to change the world. We look forward to witnessing what you will continue to do as graduates in your own unique and varied ways. As we come to the end of our program tonight, I'd like to hand back to Dr. Lotta for some final words with our 2021 graduates and for her to officially dissolve SACAP's Gauteng 2021 Conferral Ceremony.
Thank you, Lauren. Thank you so much for being such a wonderful MC this evening. It's been so lovely to share this platform with you and with our other speakers this evening. It's been particularly wonderful to hear from our student speaker, Shaylin. Shaylin, I have so much respect for you this evening. Well done for representing your graduating cohort so well. And I guess just to echo what Lauren has said, the Gauteng graduation ceremony always has such a special and unique celebratory energy about it. And it's been so wonderful to see all the love and the pride in the chat this evening. So I want to end this evening with a short memory and a poem. I'll never forget the Vice Chancellor at my very first graduation ceremony, where I personally graduated with a BA in psychology and English, comparing graduation to a kind of knighthood, which is bestowed upon you as you graduate. And I was deeply honored by this comparison, and it really brought to the fore for me the significance of what graduation is. But over the years, I've also come to realize that with this honor comes a significant amount of responsibility. Responsibility to myself, to my family, to my community, and also to my beloved country. I will personally watch with much anticipation to see the role that each one of you SACAP alumni will play in contributing positively towards society in whatever way that may look for you. Take some time to really reflect on what it is you have achieved over the next few weeks. Relish in your knighthood, and then redefine and commit to your dreams and goals. And so I leave you this evening with a short poem by South African poet Lebo Mashile. Remember this, she says, your dreams are your work. Your dreams are a blueprint for the world that is being born. If humanity has a chance of surviving, and I believe we most certainly do, it is by staring at the blank page of this moment and being unafraid to write the first new line. Congratulations, class of 2021. May you live a life of success, happiness, and fulfillment. Please stay online and join us as we close with the national anthem, followed by a gallery of our most esteemed graduates. This conferral ceremony of the South African College of Applied Psychology is now officially dissolved. Thank you and good night.